Welcome, seekers of truth, to this classical explainer. I am your host, and as a researcher of ancient Vedic texts, I have to tell you it's a profound honor to guide you through what is easily one of the most mind-bending chapters in all of Indian philosophy. We're diving deep into the Yoga Vasistha, specifically Canto 21. Think of this explainer as a direct transmission of knowledge, right from the great sage Vashishtha to his disciple, Lord Rama. Together, we're going to strip away the veil of illusion, decode the ancient Sanskrit concepts, and literally explore the very fabric of time, space, and consciousness, all from the perspective of an absolute master. So let's get into it.
Okay, I want you to imagine something for a second. Picture a universe completely devoid of the sun, the moon, and even time itself. Just gone. So where does consciousness go? Now you might be thinking this sounds like modern quantum physics, right? But no. This is a highly technical, spiritual cosmology that was documented thousands of years ago. As a scholar, I just find it absolutely fascinating how this classical text completely dismantles our everyday perception of reality to reveal the pure, unmanifested truth underneath. Let's step into the shoes of the disciple and really decode this reality.
Section 1. Avyakrita and Nirvikalpa Samadhi. The unmanifest reality in verses 20 and 21.
Let's look at the essence of verses 20 and 21. In these lines, sage Vashishtha describes the state of the cosmos when all physical manifestations just cease. He explains that when the entire universe dissolves, when the mind, the elements, and all dimensional planes completely collapse, they rest entirely in a pure, unaltered state. Now, it's really important to get this. It's not a state of empty nothingness. Not at all. It is a state of absolute, formless potential.
To truly grasp what he means, we need to break down two really essential Sanskrit terms. First up is avyakrita. In Vedic philosophy, this is the primordial, unmanifested state of the cosmos. Think of it like the seed before it becomes a sprout, its reality before it takes any kind of shape. Second, we have nirvikalpa samadhi. This is the state of formless, absolute consciousness. It's entirely devoid of mental fluctuations or cognitive disturbances. It's just pure awareness, resting completely within itself without needing a physical universe to observe.
So the literal translation of these verses is pretty straightforward. When the universe dissolves, it rests entirely in the unmanifest state of avyakrita. But man, the philosophical revelation here is profound. Consciousness returns to its pure, formless state, entirely free from the illusion of physical creation. The Vashishtha is basically telling his disciple, Rama, that your true self doesn't die when the material world ends. Your true self is this nirvikalpa samadhi, existing completely independent of matter.
Section 2. Cosmic Determinism and the Illusion of Creation, covering verses 23 and 24.
Moving on to verses 23 and 24. Vasistha explains that from this unmanifest void we just talked about, creation springs forth. But it doesn't happen randomly. The universe appears exactly as it is destined to, driven by the profound force of Maya, or illusion. As someone who spends their life researching these ancient texts, reading these lines is like uncovering an ancient cosmic blueprint. It describes a reality where every single event, every manifestation, is already woven right into the fabric of illusion.
Literally, the text states that creation appears exactly as destined, springing right from the unmanifest. But philosophically, the entire multidimensional universe we experience every day is just a deterministic projection of Maya. It's like a grand cosmic play, a massive projection that merely masks the true, formless reality of avyakrita. What we perceive as real life is, according to this canto, just an automatic unfolding of cause and effect playing out within a dream state.
Which naturally leads us to a really pivotal question for any spiritual seeker. What actually remains when this deterministic illusion of space and time inevitably collapses back into itself? Because, think about it, if it sprang from an illusion, it must inevitably dissolve, right?
Let's explore that in Section 3, Memory of the Ash Earth. This covers cosmic dissolution in verses 28 and 29. In verses 28 and 29, the sage describes a staggering visual. He speaks of the end of a cosmic cycle, where everything physical has been utterly consumed and destroyed, leaving behind absolutely nothing but an earth covered completely in ashes. Take a moment to really visualize that concept. The ancient words paint this incredible picture of total finality for the material world.
The literal meaning here points to a terrifying cosmic event, an earth entirely smothered in ash. But the philosophical interpretation, it is deeply liberating.
This ash earth represents the absolute impermanence of material existence. And more importantly for you, the individual seeker, it symbolizes the complete burning away of the ego and all worldly attachments. To reach actual salvation, the world within your own mind must literally be reduced to ashes.
So let's trace the logic of this cosmic life cycle. Step 1 is the manifestation of Maya, where the illusion of the world appears. Step 2 is the dissolution of matter, that ash earth we just talked about, where ego and attachment are burned away in the fires of cosmic time. And step 3, the transcendence of the mind. This is the return to the pure void of Avyakrita. This is the logical chronological path from creation straight to ultimate salvation that Vashishtha is charting out for Rama.
Section 4. A universe without sun and moon. Transcending space and time in verse 30.
Okay, verse 30. This one pushes the disciple's mind to its absolute limits. Vashishtha asks Rama to conceptualize a reality completely lacking the sun, the moon, and the measurement of time altogether. When we research ancient texts, it is incredibly rare to find such a direct challenge to the very coordinates of our existence. He's asking us to envision an existence totally without the celestial luminaries that govern our days, our nights, and our seasons.
Literally, he's describing a dark universe without celestial bodies. But philosophically, he's teaching that pure consciousness exists completely independently of space, time, and external light. The soul doesn't need the sun to shine, It doesn't need time to exist. It is self-luminous. It is eternal.
According to the incredible ancient cosmology presented here, time is merely a cognitive construct. We derive it simply from watching the sun and moon move. Without them, poof, time vanishes. Space is just an illusion projected by the mind to house physical objects. Without objects, space ceases to exist entirely. Multidimensionality, that exists completely within consciousness, not within physical matter. And finally, true reality requires no external light to be observed. The light of the self is more than enough.
Section 5. The path to liberation. Let's talk about the practical application of Canto 21.
So, what does this all mean for us? Here is your actionable step-by-step guide based strictly on Vasishtha's teachings. First, recognize the deterministic illusion of daily events. When things go wrong, remember, it's just the play of Maya. Don't attach your soul to it. Second, practice detachment by visualizing that ash earth. Remind yourself that all material things are temporary. Third, meditate on the formless Avyakrita within you. Drop those mental fluctuations and seek out Nirvikalpa Samadhi. And fourth, cultivate your internal light. Remain steady and joyful, completely independent of whatever external circumstances are happening around you.
Section 6, Canto 21, Summary. Preparing for the ultimate truth.
The structural logic of this canto is just perfectly cohesive. Let's recap. For creation, the core takeaway is that it's a deterministic illusion of Maya. For dissolution, we have the ash earth, the necessary burning away of the material ego. Time and space, merely mental constructs that vanish without the sun and moon. And ultimate reality is Avyakrita, pure, unmanifested, boundless consciousness.
And all of this serves a very specific narrative purpose. Canto 21 completely dissolves the physical illusion of space, time, and matter. By wiping the slate completely clean, the Guru perfectly sets the stage for Canto 22, where he will reveal the eternal, indestructible nature of the soul that remains. It's like building a house. You have to tear down the illusion before you can build up the truth.
I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. If the sun, the moon, and time itself are merely illusions of the mind, who is the one observing them? Really meditate on that question today. Find that observer within yourself. Thank you so much for seeking truth with me in this explainer. Until next time.